Russia's ruthless invasion of Ukraine continues. Civilians are relentlessly attacked, including in schools, apartment buildings and hospitals and maternity homes. And despite repeated offers by the Ukrainian side, Russia has not shown any willingness to seriously engage so far in negotiation for a diplomatic solution. Instead, all we hear are new lies and false accusations, and cynically, humanitarian corridors are either still not opened or being bombed by Russian forces shortly after they have been announced. So today, we, the European Union and our partner in the G7, continue to work in lockstep to ramp up the economic pressure against the Kremlin. The three sweeping waves of sanctions we have adopted, as well as the extension of their scope this week, have hit Russia's economy hard. The ruble has plummeted. Many key Russian banks are cut off from the international banking system. Companies are leaving the country one after another, not wanting to have their brands associated with a murderous regime. Tomorrow, we will take a fourth package of measures to further isolate Russia and drain the resources it uses to finance this barbaric war. First, this package contains that we will deny Russia the status of most favored nation in our markets. This will revoke important benefits that Russia enjoys as a WTO member. Russian companies will no longer receive privileged treatment in our economies. We will also work to suspend Russia's membership rights in leading multilateral financial institutions, including the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. We will ensure that Russia cannot obtain financing loans or any other benefits from these institutions, because Russia cannot grossly violate international law and at the same time expect to benefit from the privileges of being part of the international economic order. Second, we will continue pressuring Russia's elite close to Putin, as well as their families and their enablers. And this is why G7 finance, justice and home affairs ministers will meet next week to coordinate the task force we set up targeting Putin's cronies. Third, we're making sure that Russian state and its elite cannot use crypto assets to circumvent the sanctions. We will stop the group close to Putin and the architects of the war from using these assets to grow and transfer their wealth. Fourth, we will ban the export of any EU luxury goods from our countries to Russia as a direct blow to the Russian elite. Those who sustain Putin's war machine should no longer be able to enjoy their lavish lifestyle while bombs fall on innocent people in Ukraine. Fifth, very importantly, we will prohibit the import of key goods in the iron and steel sector from Russian Federation. This will hit a central sector of Russia's system, deprive it of billions of export revenues, and it will ensure that our citizens are not subsidizing Putin's war. And finally, we will propose a big ban on new European investments across Russia's energy sector, because we should not be feeding the energy dependency which we want to leave behind us. This ban will cover all investments, technology transfers, financial services, you name it, for energy exploration and production, and thus have a big impact on Putin. The European Union stands firmly with the brave people of Ukraine. This is why we just this morning disbursed 300 million euros in emergency macro-financial assistance to support Ukraine's finances. This is the first tranche of €1.2 billion financial aid package, and more will follow. This crisis is unprecedented, and so is the unity and speed of reaction our democracies have shown so far. You have heard me say this before, and I firmly repeat it: Ukraine will prevail.